Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 297th for the 17th of December. Oh my freaking god, we're going to reach 300 days of coverage soon, and this war has been dragging for almost 300 days. And let's start off with a very important statement, I would guess, coming from the Russian Defense Ministry. So they reported that they actually launched the missile strikes, which is actually nothing new. They do that every day. But what happened is that they, for the first time, in my opinion, confirmed something that a lot of the pro-Russians supporters or OSIN has been talking about the Russians using what they call decoys. So this is the first time I've seen the Russian Defense Ministry actually reported that they actually use decoys. So they say that in the course of repelling the strikes by the Ukrainian air defense, they say that a significant amount of resources were expended on deliberately launched decoys. So this is the first time we have the corroboration that Russia did indeed use decoy, maybe drones or missiles, while they are launching their massive missile strikes. And they actually said that 4 radar stations of the S300 air defense system of the Ukrainian forces were actually discovered and then destroyed due to the use of the decoy. And this is actually something that we heard about before, hypothesized before by pro-Russian OSIN, or some of them is maybe not pro-Russian, but we have talked about this quite a bit. But a lot of those is just based on the scans information that we can see, and we hypothesize that this might be the case. And this is the first time that the Russian Defense Ministry actually corroborated this. So there is 4 radars in Andrusivka, Praniprovskoye, Novotarishskaya, and Nikolay has been destroyed, mostly in the Dnipro-Zaporizhia region. So it's within this area here. So 4 of these S300 radars has been destroyed. So this is definitely a combination of missile strikes or drone strikes with the support of anti-radar fighter jets that took out all these radar stations, because I think the planes need to be really on standby in order to pick out all these radar stations. So something that I thought is rather significant in today's report. Raiba did not have much report today because today is Sunday. Usually Raiba don't really report much on Sundays. They seems to rest on the weekend, or the weekend they use it to report on other theater of hotspots. And in the southern front, we have no information. Neither do we have any information at the Zaporizhia region or Zaporizhia line. And down to Donetsk front, we have some fighting reported at Novomayorsky as well as at Shevchenko. So this is reported by the Russian Defense Ministry, saying that they discovered Ukrainian recon forces, and so there was fighting in these regions here. Not exactly offensive, but it is some recon forces that was contacted. For the Russians, they are reportedly attacking Novomykhailivka and Podyeda, according to War Gonzo. This is a continuation of the reports we have reported yesterday, and the Deep State UA reported that the fighting continues to be raging over at Marinka. The pro-Ukrainian sources, Deep State UA. So they do have their own mapping as well. So you might want to check it out, but it's a bit racist because of the iconography that they use. At Krasnohorivka, there is fighting according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. So this is also a good opportunity to just show you how varied the information I get. We have the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. This is Deep State UA. This is War Gonzo, and this is Russian Defense Ministry. So for those that are new to this channel, you just need to note that this in our coverage, we are not pro-Russian or pro-Ukrainian per se. We take sources from both sides, which is why our reports, our information seems to be as complete as it possibly is, while they are all trusted sources. Over the Pisky region, so this is Donetsk city, So in case you guys are lost, we are in the southeastern part of Ukraine, in Donetsk city, in the Pisky region. This is Pisky town or village. Fighting is reported at Povomaysky, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, as well as at Nevelsky. So Nevelsky is here. So the fighting continues to be raging over here for quite some time already. The Russians still have not been able to break through, despite they have been fighting here for, I think, 3 months already at least. And there's nothing else around Adivka region. No reports of fighting around the New York front. And now we are at the Bakhmut front. So Bakhmut front is here. Okay. So at Bakhmut front, due to the lack of robust information, the report is exclusive, mostly is coming from the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. Fighting is reported at Klishevka, at Opine, as well as at Bakhmut. So in terms of the Bakhmut run, of course, because due to the information is coming from the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, there is no details in terms of where the fighting is. Is it in the southeast, in the east, or is it in the northeast? This we do not know. Interesting thing is that the fighting at Pihorodne is no longer reported over the past 2 days. So not sure if there's what's happening over in the north or northeastern part of Bakhmut. The Russian Defense Ministry reported that the Ukrainians counterattack over at Bakhmutsky region. Although I find it really a bit funny. What does it constitute to counterattack nowadays? Attack is an attack, right? So over at the Sivers front, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry reported multiple fighting or axis of fighting. It seems like the Russians might be pushing in the Sivers front, where fighting is reported at Vesely, at Vimka, at Verkhan Okanyamsky, as well as in the northern part, across the river in the Serebryansky forestry, in this forest area where they actually chop trees to sell the lumber, and I guess that they actually do plant back the trees because the trees are also tidy. You can see the straight lines. So this looks like full frontal push by the Russian side over at the Sivers region. Over at the Crimea front, we have an interesting report from the Russian Defense Ministry. They said that they carry out a preemptive attack on the enemy reserve near Kolodezi, which is Kolodiazi, around here. At first, I thought it was a ground offensive, preemptive attack. But then after that, when I was mapping it, I realized that it's actually quite far from the front line. So I put it as a dog here. It seems like maybe it's a missile strike or MLRS strike or artillery strike on the Ukrainian defense positions. So they're trying to be a bit creative in terms of the wording they use, because it gets very repetitive. And the Russians were also reported to be attacking in the area of Shevno-Popivka, according to War Gonzo, as well as at Merkivka or Merkievka region. So these are ground offensive by the Russian side. There is no Ukrainian offensive being reported around the Crimea region. So maybe the Ukrainians are doing regrouping, preparing for an offensive or attack tomorrow. At the Sviatove region, the Russians were attacking at Stemerkivka, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. This is a continuation of a long-running attempt by the Russians to actually capture Stemerkivka. Perhaps this town is really important, that the Russians are really putting a lot of effort to try to recapture. We do not have any more information around the Sviatove region. And moving to the Kupiansk front. At the Kupiansk front, we have artillery shelling reported at Petropavlivka, as well as at Timkovka. So the interesting thing about the shelling, this one is actually to attack Ukrainian gathering of forces. However, the interesting thing is that according to the Russian Defense Ministry, they map Timkivka or Timkovka around here. But then they also put Petropavlivka further up north around Sinkivka region. So I'm quite confused. So anyway, the mapping on their PowerPoint map is perhaps it's not very accurate. So that give me some doubts. Did I actually map the right positions? But I gotta trust my previous mapping, previous search, that this is actually Tinkovka, is around here. So tentatively, I will keep a lookout, to see whether I mapped it correctly, because they drew it in a straight line, so it's a bit weird, but by the Russian Defense Ministry. So anyway, just a very quick update over for the situation report, the SITREP, the situation report for the Ukraine war on the day of 297, 3 more days to 300. Perhaps I will do a sum up for maybe newbies that wanted to get into understanding what the hell is happening in Ukraine. I'll probably do a sum up for the day 300. Anyway, for those that that have not voted for the DPA Person of the Year, please go and vote. The award, the voting is going to close tomorrow in around 24 hours time, plus as per the recording of this video. So do go and vote. Currently Zelensky and Putin is really close. I really actually do not know how close is their numbers, but it seems to be very close. But I got a feeling Putin is still slightly in the lead. So if you are a supporter of Zelensky, do go for it. And if you are a supporter of Elon Musk, go and rally the Twitter crowd. Do an upset. But I'm not sure how you're going to rally it. I did try my best. And also, the open mic will be tonight. If you are watching this early, do check out the community post on the main channel. Check out the link to the open mic, or rather, check out the timing and the stream. The open mic will be exclusively on DPA IRL only for today's open mic. So do go over there and subscribe. I have scheduled one hell of a lot of videos, clips from previous open mics, of all the conversations and debates that we had. So hopefully this will be interesting for you guys, to hear perspective other than from myself. And it's all open mic people are all from the DPA community, which is you guys. You viewers is from you guys. So if you are interested to join into chit chat, to share your views, do join really, especially if you are not pro Russia. I even more want you to join, help to balance out a bit, because we do not have enough voices coming from the pro NATO, pro West side. So we definitely want to hear more in terms of the perspective coming from a pro NATO, pro West perspective. Anyway, this is the summary for the day of 297, and I'll see you in the next update. And press the like button.